member from the council. The council wasn't here when I got sworn in. It was just the mayor and the.
Then you came back in the night.
Joe, how long have you been on the farm here?
11 years.
11 years?
2014.
And how many have they?
6 and a half. I'm in my 18th year.
Oh, Graham.
Or I could do 2 fingers.
Or like petite fingers.
It's the state's name, just the state name. I wasn't sure whether I should take pictures or take a video, and then by the time I hit the video, it was no, the whole ship was here. The chief, the assistant chief, and our ship was here.
He wants us to look out for cat and sound.
See your work.
Yes.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sound is about cats. And then he got all 3 of them are.
Well, I'm gonna just, when it opens, I'm gonna look for some tennis shoes. It looks like it.
What did I say you want to be there?
Just, you were there.
Hello, could you? Yeah. I know.
came up from you all. So I saw this. I will test those grits because I figured on those grits. I was like, these are not grits. So which part? Okay, so like kind of. Oh, yeah. So what do you think?
20th, 2025 meeting of Bedford City Council. If you would please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Quick call roll, please.
Asbury?
Here.
Longino?
Here.
Cochee?
Here.
Spinks?
Here.
Salvi?
Here.
Fluharty?
Here.
Smith?
Here.
Council, you have the minutes of the work session of October 6, 2025. Any corrections to that? Seeing none, can I have a motion for acceptance? Spinks, second by Salvi. Call roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochee?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
And you have the minutes of the regular meeting of October 6, 2025. Any corrections to those? Seeing none, can I have a motion for acceptance by Asbury, second by Longino? Call the roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochee?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Now it comes, maybe the reason most of you are here. One of my favorite things to do is to hire some new blood into the department. And fortunately, we've been doing a lot of that lately. We've sworn in a lot of police officers, firefighters, did a lot of promotions, and that's nothing but a good thing for the departments. And I get some new young guys in here, and we've promoted some people to keep things running at peak performance in each department, which I'm proud to say we probably have the best in Northeast Ohio, if not the state. Might be prejudiced, but it's true. So let me call up Mr. Nick Kucera.
Awesome.
We'll do this first. If you raise your hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Nicholas Cottrell,
Solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Charter and laws of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
and the Charter and laws of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
and faithfully,
and faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the position of firefighter paramedic
of the position of firefighter paramedic
in the City of Bedford, Ohio.
in the City of Bedford, Ohio.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Want to get the badge ceremony here? And Nick, if you want to introduce your family and friends, and
Yes,
we
we
had
have,
20 minutes to talk.
these are my two parents, Jen and Joe. My father's also a Bedford fireman, and then I have my girlfriend, her family, my grandparents, my aunt and uncle, and yeah, both of my sisters as well, so,
All right,
yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
You want to wait till the end?
No, it's Leon, that's why I'm taking.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Here, you can have the souvenirs. Travis Posnick. Thank you. And you repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Travis Posnick,
Solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Charter and laws of the City of Bedford,
Charter and laws of the City of Bedford,
and faithfully,
and faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the position of firefighter paramedic
of the position of firefighter paramedic
of the city of Bedford, Ohio.
of the city of Bedford, Ohio.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You can go ahead and do this here.
This is my mom and dad, Jim and Kathy. They've been very supportive of me. My girlfriend Skylar's here as well. Steve Shebeck and his wife Jen, he's an assistant chief over at Solon. I've got Paul Neese here, retired at University Heights, and my uncle and aunt, the puppies, so.
All right. Thank you. I'd just like to thank council for all their support, the hard work of Civil Service Commission. We had a lot of applicants to go through. It was a very tough interview process. I know we brought some back for second interviews. We were close. We almost had to flip a coin, but that's because we had really good candidates that applied, and we're real happy with the selections. And we've had 8 hires this year alone. We've done a lot of training, so it's good, like you said, to bring that fresh energy into the department and progress and bring them along and move the department. So we're happy to have some new firefighters on our staff, and thanks for all the support from everybody, and thank you.
Now you're welcome to hang around for the rest of the meeting, or if you guys have some other plans. We'll open them back if anybody wants in. Of course, they're welcome. Okay, let's get on with business then. Under unfinished business, ordinance number 70-26.
Which is an ordinance amending ordinance number 089-23 regarding section 1311.32 entitled Certificate of Inspection for Rental Unit Fees. Section 8, to clarify that the fees charged are in direct relation to the cost that the city incurs in providing the services and declaring an emergency.
I believe it's our intention to put that on second reading. I have a motion for such. By Smith, second by Asbury. Call the roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Selby?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Reports, Mr. City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor. Just Just a few items I want to touch on. First, we've been in contact with the railroad. We were inspecting the areas at both of the crossings at West Grace and West Glendale, and there continued to be more and more debris that was piling up. We actually spoke with a resident who brought some additional concerns to us. A lot of old, rotted railroad ties. It was really just getting dumped. And our inspectors were out. We did make contact with the railroad. They did send out formal inspectors, and that area is going to be all cleaned up. So we were happy to see. I included that report in council's weekly memo. And I believe the reinspection date is the first week in November. So hopefully that will get addressed soon. Also, just want to touch on the Parks and Recreation Department's annual Trick or Treat Street event will be held this Saturday. Registration is required. That will be down at the Ellenwood Center. Also, if you recall, at the last meeting, we did ask for council's authorization to apply for a grant through NOACA for a pedestrian trail that will, in essence, connect the historic district of downtown Bedford with the Metro Parks and Viaduct Park specifically. That project is budgeted at over $600,000. We formally submitted that grant application last week, and we are already scheduled for they call them interviews, but it's basically a Q&A with the NOACA board, and Jen and I will be participating in that this week. When we applied during the initial round, the only criticism that they had for our application was they said they didn't identify lights on Willis, and we countered that there actually are decorative lights all down Willis. And then they were concerned they wanted some additional trees. So in our application, we added, even though there is proper lighting on Willis Street, we did add some street lights or street posts that will mirror what is in down Broadway. And then we added some additional landscaping. So I'm cautiously optimistic that our application will score high. Also want to commend the fire department. We were recently awarded a $22,000 grant for turnout gear, and that was through Firehouse Subs. And I would like to point out that we are working through the demolition of Greencroft Park, specifically the playground piece of equipment. That equipment needed to be replaced. It was north of 30 years old. We had taped off some of that became unsafe in the latter part of the summer. Unfortunately, the individuals taped down caution tape, and we're at the stage that we want to remove it. The weather's starting to break, so we started that last week. All of that will be demolished and removed by this end of this fall. And then late spring, early summer, the new playground structure will be installed next year with some additional work as well. So there's a lot going on over there. And as you know, I've also touched on, we are looking at a design and cost estimates for a water line and road resurfacing of Greencroft as well for 2026. But that's, we're still waiting on those numbers to come back. End of report.
Thank you. Mr. Law Director.
No report, just wanted to congratulate Sarah and Posnick on their positions. And the report.
Madam Law, Finance Director. Finance.
No report really. Just want to also congratulate two new firefighter paramedics, Nick Kuchera and Travis Posnick.
Okay, thank you. Council, Mr. Asbury.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, congratulations to our new firefighters. With the veterans that we have on the not the force, but the department. I know they're going to get some great training. We do, like the mayor said, have some of the best in Northeast Ohio, if not the state of Ohio. Great individuals in the department, and hopefully they have a long and healthy career here in Bedford. Just a reminder, the leaf truck is coming around, there's no reason to call. They do a constant rotation until the snow flies and they can't pick up the leaves anymore. Do them a favor and try and keep them on the tree lawn, because once they get into the street, we had the big rain yesterday, and just about every sewer grate that you looked at had a pile of leaves covering it because they just washed downstream. So try and keep those leaves on the tree lawn. Mike, speaking of tree lawns, we had some excavation work at 78, and we talked about it briefly. Give me a little bit of an explanation of what happened there. So the gas company at some point in the past.
Yeah, in the past, when the gas line does a main gas line replacement project, a lot of that is directionally bored. So we found instances where we've gone back and we've seen the gas line through a storm sewer or other, and it's clearly visible. What we've able to, and we've seen more of them with the recent purchase of our mainline cameras that council authorized last year. We're able to go through, and when we do routine inspections, what we identified at that location was there was a lateral storm line for that house in the front yard, and there was, the gas line was directional, completely right through that. So, yeah, we identified it, we left. When we did our routine work, we actually put a new tie-in, and we notified Dominion right away, and I believe they were coming out to address that, and then they'll be able to tie in the new line. But that is the storm sewer, not that wasn't the sanitary.
All right, one more thing, 66 West Glendale. There's a pole, and I didn't send you the pictures, I forgot, but there's a pole and it has a tag on it. There are 4 separate cable lines coming down that were cut from the house. So somebody had taken and kind of coiled them up at the bottom, and they were on the sidewalk, so I know they're not high energy lines because I grabbed them and moved them, but I put them on the tree lawn next to the pole. Oh, I touched it like this first.
West Glendale
Yeah,
or West Grace?
66 West Glendale. Can we just cut them from the pole, or
I'll give it a shot in the morning, and we'll
I'll send you that picture with the.
Okay, perfect.
If you haven't looked at the fall Parks and Recs program guide yet, please do. I actually went and looked at everything they have going. They absolutely are killing it down there. They have programs for everyone. Youth, teens, adults, seniors, people with disabilities. They're doing a great job. One thing that I do want to point out is the mitten fence, which the Recreation Department took over last year from the Bedford Downtown Alliance, who started it a couple years ago. And the fence runs from Giannino's to Spirit of Apotheosis. That fence, mitten fence, will go live as of November 26th, the tree lighting at 5 p.m. Tree lighting is at 6, but this will go live at 5 p.m. And just a heads up ahead of time so you can get some donations together if you have. Once it goes live, if you need them, it's usually full for all throughout the winter. The Knitting and Crochet Connection down at the Ellenwood Center meets every Monday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. That is free. And last year they were able to supply 113 pairs of gloves and mittens, 156 hats, and 129 scarves to the community. Many of these were made with love by one of our senior club members. So I just wanted to put that out there to give everybody a little bit advanced notice. Last thing, if you're on social media and you're part of one of the Bedford Neighborhood Watch pages on Facebook, you've probably heard about Leo, the rescue Aussie Doodle that got away from his owners a little over a week ago, I think it maybe 9 days now. And there were sightings all over the city. Nobody could catch this dog. They brought in a rescue and they were trying to attempt to catch it. I don't know if they're trying to trap it or what, but there were sightings, like daily sightings, and it had moved from Wellman to High Street to McKinley to Solon to Winso. Well, this morning I was off. I had a day off from my regular job, and I got a text message that Leo was on Gould, which is the next street over for me. So I hopped in the car and happened to see the animal warden who was trying to catch him. There were a couple volunteers also in cars, and we're all, all over the area trying to catch this poor thing, and he was dead tired. At one point, he had come across Warrensville Center, started coming up Talbot, and I went up a couple houses, got out in the front yard. He was coming right at me, but then he took a left and went through the backyards, and he went into the woods between what used to be St. Pius and what used to be Chanel, went through the creek, and then we kind of just lost him for a little while. Last sighting was on Wandle near Kenyon, and that was 11:45, I believe. So the animal ward had some other things to take care of, so I went home and did some things, and lo and behold, at 2:30, I got a call from a text message from the animal warden that they had actually caught Leo, and I think it was on Duran Circle, fenced in backyard, and he got kind of behind one of the sheds. So they were able to get him and return him to the owner. So that was a good story. It's been, like I said, 8 or 9 days, and this thing looked really tired. But he's back with his new owner and in good hands. And Leo, do us a favor, stay home. End of report.
Jeff, it's just some of my old fire service stuff, but always assume wires are live.
Well, you didn't until I touched it.
No.
It was quick.
All the boys and ladies over here, and for the general public, don't touch the wires.
Don't touch the wires unless you know they're capable.
You never know, you always assume they're live.
I got you.
Just my little safety announcement. Mr. Longino.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And it's funny because I was thinking the same thing all my time as a police officer. And I remember directing traffic for 2 hours and it was a cable wire because we thought it. I wasn't touching it, so I was assuming it was live when I was out there directing traffic. So, Jeff, you know, he's a thrill seeker. So, I don't have much to say. Halloween is coming, so that's one thing that we have to touch on. Be careful with your kids if you're out there watching and you get any reflectors. The customs are a lot better than back in my day when it was a plastic mask. You couldn't and the wire around it, you couldn't see out of it. So now they're a lot better. So you can see the auxiliary and the police officer will be out there like always. Remember, if you see something that doesn't look right, we haven't had any issues, at least since I've been on council, or at least since I've been in the city, period, with anybody. But you never know. I mean, you just always gotta, I'd rather you just be suspicious about something that doesn't look right and call the police officers and let them come and check it out. Because something did happen last year that was a little strange. It was right by my house. It was a gentleman, and all his intentions were good. He was sitting there playing music and had kids walking up to the car and he was giving out candy. That just, yeah. And I had to call on it because it's like, if he gonna drive off, what if something happens, he gives somebody something, you know, it just wasn't right. So I did call and he left out of the area. But something like that, if you see something that doesn't seem right, just go ahead and make sure you give a call so we can take care of it. Besides that, I don't have anything else. I yield my time.
Thank you. Mrs. Spinks.
Congratulations to our firefighters, and it's really cool that Nick is following in his father's footsteps. That's always cool for the family. It keeps on doing that. As Mike covered, I was so excited about the Green Cross. Finally, after being on council for 12 years, this has been a long time coming. I'm working on trying to get that park. We have so many families that use that, and it was really cool because I got so many texts and stuff, what's going on at the park? They forgot about me telling them what was coming up. And a lot of people shared a lot of memories, and I know Terry out there, I know you probably have a lot because you've lived in that area most of your life. So it was really cool to get some pictures of, and Nick Schaefer, they worked for us, was talking about, he goes, oh man, that's, you know, that park, I grew up in that park. So a lot of memories there and a lot of new memories gonna come because we do have a lot of young families in the area that's moved in and that park gets used. And the number one thing has been making that park safe for the kids to play. So looking real excited to new equipment and exciting things going on in the Green Cross area. Let's see, over in the Green Cross area, the guys are still working on the fire hazard, on things. They believe they had to order a part, is that correct, Mike, or something?
The hydrant?
Yeah. So, everybody's been real patient with that. Let's see, we've got potholes. We had some rather very large potholes on Cresswell. Thank you, Mike, for having our guys. Thank you, Service Park. are jumping on that quickly, because they came out of nowhere. Let's see, this weekend, busy weekend. Spirit Walk, the Bedford Historical Society Spirit Walk is gonna be Friday and Saturday. You don't have to buy your tickets in advance, you can buy them down at the cemetery. And let's see, we also, the museum is going to be giving out candy on Halloween this weekend, along with our trick or treat street at the Ellenwood. We have at my church at 365 Center Road, the Church of Nazarene, is having our big trunk or treat. I'll be doing the photo booth. That's been very, very popular the last couple of years. So come out, that's from 2 to 4. Let's see. And tonight was, we had our first budget meeting last Monday, or we've started on. So this Monday was, we've had them last, this is our third one. This was economic development and also the city manager. So I think a lot of people, there's misinformation out there, what council people do. We are so lucky to have one of the best economic development person, Jennifer Kuzman. We are so blessed to have her. And she is just such an asset. We share her, but people don't realize the grants, the things that she goes after. So again, we up here, we encourage businesses to come, but she does the stuff. She goes out and gets the grants. The things that she's done, the businesses, the huge businesses that she has personally saved and kept in our city, that gives us a bunch of tax revenue. So it's kudos to Jennifer, and we really appreciate you. Mike also works hand in hand with her. The mayor also goes beyond. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes with economic development. So we have the fun part of just passing the budgets, passing the things, because we have the best, I said it, I like a broken record. We have some of the best of head of department. That's the guys that do the work. We take the votes on it as a team. End of report.
Mr. Salvage.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. I join the mayors and council's congratulations to Nick and Travis on becoming Bedford's newest firefighter paramedics. May both men have a long, safe, and successful career serving our community. Resident calls and visits and calls. Since the October 6th council meeting, I have visited Ward 2 residents as well as responded to resident in-person and phone inquiries. Examples of inquiries and concerns of residents include the following: the operation of an alleged out-of-repair business at a residential property on Wellman Street, an allegedly non-permitted renovation of an Archer Road vacant property, and one on Darlington. Mike and or John, when residential, rental, or commercial properties are vacant and then rehabbed, does the owner have to get permits from the building department before work begins for things like electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and other repairs that generally require licensed professionals? And is that the only time the city has the legal duty or ability, right, to inspect the interior of the building prior to occupancy?
So yes, the answer, for any construction that takes place for plumbing, electrical, HVAC, major demolition, things like that, there has to be an application submitted to the building department and subsequent permits and inspections. So that's correct. As far as inspection, it is, obviously we inspect the work, but if someone when they register their property for a rental, they do have the ability to prohibit the city from conducting that inspection. Now there's avenues that can take place. The tenant can make a personal request for us to inspect it, and we can do so. And there's also 12 items listed to where if we believe one of those 12 are in violation, we can apply through the Bedford Municipal Court for an administrative warrant to go and inspect it. But that has to be, we have to show proper evidence of that, and the judge has to sign off on that.
Thank you. Lastly, a resident reported some motor vehicles failing to comply with traffic signage on Broadway Avenue near West Grace. In short, some drivers are reportedly ignoring or are confused by the painted directional street lane signage and illegally passing on the left of vehicles legally making a left-hand turn onto West Grace Street. One resident claims multiple near accidents that could have ended in side swipes or other collisions. Mike, have you received other complaints regarding this stretch of road? I seem to recall someone brought up this intersection traffic control issue at a council work session in the past month or two.
I don't know if it was a month or two. When Broadway was first resurfaced a couple of years ago and ODOT striped that, they put together that striping plan. And the reason that it's changed is Broadway isn't wide enough to meet the state standards to have 4 lanes width. You couldn't have that. So, previously if you had 2 lanes going forward and 1 turning lane, that's why it is striped in that fashion. At the onset, yes, it was confusing. Wasn't a whole lot that we could do at the time. It was an ODOT project. I believe 85% was funded by ODOT. With that being said, we'll look at it when it's time to restripe that in a couple years, and if there's something that we can do, we'll address it at that time. But to pick that battle with them at that time, we would not have been successful. Only because we knew of some of the changes with the width of that road. It also shrinks down as you get up towards going up the hill in Councilman Fluharty's ward by San Bernardo. So that, if you notice, that lane it's wide. It's a significantly wide lane, and we added kind of a pseudo bike lane. Years ago, there actually was a hash down there to where it was 2 lanes, and legally it wasn't allowed to be 2 lanes because it didn't meet the proper width. We added that kind of bike lane, that white lane on the curb, because we didn't want and don't quote me, I don't know the exact width of it, but with it being extremely wide, we wanted to try to avoid cars going around, because there used to be a hash down the middle. That's why that was striped in that manner too, because legally it didn't meet the proper width per ODOT standards for a state route.
Thank you. City of Bedford residential grass maintenance compliance tool. Mike, at the last council meeting, you mentioned pending legislation at the state level that you understood may prevent the city from assessing negligent property owners. The city's cost for cutting the grass is provided by Bedford's ordinance. This ordinance is very important to keep Bedford an attractive and safe community. Council perhaps should consider having a resolution drafted that explains why this compliance tool is important for the safety and quality of life of all residents. Mike, were you referring to Ohio House Bill 315 or other proposed legislation?
And I don't have that exact House bill in front of me. I can go back and check my notes and email you or put it in the weekly memo. But there is a pending, I do believe that might be the one, but I don't want to quote me on the floor here. But that is in fact accurate. There's a current House bill in the works that would prohibit us from not only the assessments of the grass cutting when we're forced to cut the grass, but also the delinquent water and sewer bills as well. We would no longer be able to assess those, which council does annually. So we would lose all of that, those abilities.
Right. And don't quote me either, but I looked into House Bill 315, and it's a large bill, but which I believe, at least at the moment, that became law last spring, but was specific to Ohio townships. So I'll look into that further as well as you may be able to, but thank you.
If I could, I just want to point out real quick, just so you could pass it on to your constituents. You referenced a potential automotive business in the residential district. I also spoke with the mayor. He reached out to me, I believe, in the same property. We're aware of that, and we're actually taking matters to address it.
Oh, great, thank you. The constituents will appreciate that. Downtown Bedford Historic District. Once again, longtime city worker, Mr. William Darr, also known as Billy, has done a great job in keeping the streetscape flower baskets looking great this year, as well as his setup of fall pumpkin displays and now grace Broadway Avenue and Bedford's Public Square. Soon the crabapple trees that line downtown Broadway will drop their fruit and leaves, which create a fall sidewalk mess, not including large amounts of dead leaves that blow onto Broadway and gather on the sidewalks from area trees. In addition to leaves, miscellaneous trash gets mixed in and can be seen blowing down Broadway on windy days. I encourage the city to give a friendly reminder notice to business landlords and or tenants to fulfill their legal responsibility to keep their sidewalks free of debris. Clean sidewalks are not only good for attracting customers, but eliminates hazards for pedestrians, many of whom are senior citizens already unsteady on their feet and using canes or walkers. Taft Park. Mike unfortunately couldn't attend last week's recreational department's budget meeting. I wanted to ask at that meeting if the city can get cost estimates to return the asphalt parking lot to its former winter season use as an ice rink. Once I have an estimate of the anticipated cost, it would be easier to seek donations and grants to pay for the repairs and return a favorite winter activity to Taft Park. Commercial signage eyesore. At the last council meeting, I mentioned the condition of Star Daycare parking lot pole signage, that it deteriorated such an extent that it became an unwanted eyesore. Mike, has the building department inspector reviewed the deteriorated sign and reported his findings as to if it constitutes an exterior building maintenance violation?
Yes, yeah, he was out last week and I believe they were provided a notice.
Thank you. Fatal Thiem, owner of the Bay Market, 506 Northfield, City of Bedford, exterior building maintenance violations. I visited and took updated photos at the commercial property yesterday. The rusted signposts have not been repaired. The rusted light fixtures have not been repaired or replaced. The brick facade remains damaged in spots. Broken concrete at the front of the building has not been repaired. The back retaining wall, which appears to be failing, has not been repaired. There is also an unlicensed and likely non-working motorboat eyesore now parked in the parking lot. The next hearing for Ms. Thiem is 9 a.m. October 27th. I encourage the city to ask the court to deny further continuances and proceed to trial. The defendant now has had 7 months to cure exterior maintenance violations. Bay Market has been a detriment to neighborhood residents for years and was finally shut down by the Cuyahoga County Health Department well over a year ago. Mike or John, I do not think properties can be legally transferred prior to having deficiencies like these cured prior to transfer. It seems like this property transfer might have been done to avoid the cost of code compliance and liability for failing to maintain the property for years. Is it possible for the city to hold the prior successor trustee in Beechwood responsible for repairs if Ms. Thiem fails to do so?
Councilman Mayor. I believe that the phrase is buyer beware, and that's, she should have checked with the city to see if there were any outstanding violations before she purchased the property. So I don't think there's anything we could do. Maybe if it was a EPA issue of some sort or something along those lines perhaps, but no, we cannot go after the previous owner.
Thank you, John. Fine. National debt warning. The national debt is approaching $38 trillion. According to the national debt clock, the debt share per taxpayer is $327,000. About $1 trillion a year is lost to just making interest payments on the debt. What does this have to do with the city of Bedford? A lot. The national debt is an important impact on almost every resident does or pays for. It affects everything the city of Bedford does too. As my father used to often say, money doesn't grow on trees. As the federal debt is not put under control soon, the city will start feeling the squeeze as federal funds and grants will shrink and the use of quantitative easing by the Federal Reserve will further devaluate what both residents and citizens will be able to buy with your dollars. Please contact your federal public officials and encourage them to balance the budget and reduce the debt before the U.S. financial system implodes. Thank you, and a report.
Thank you. Mr. Kluger.
I want to also congratulate the two firefighters. It's good to have some young firefighters moving in for our department. I want to wish everybody a happy, safe Halloween. And we got another meeting before election, so I don't need to bring that up. The leaves, like somebody said, they've been picked up today. I know mine got picked up today. Everybody start putting them on the tree lawn. Once again, get them out of the street and the gutters and anywhere else that you got them around, because that's where they end up anyhow with the rain. Are we done with the sticks, truck, the limbs? We're done with that? Okay. Pick up? All right. Figured that once the leaves start coming out. That's it in the report.
Thank you. Mr. Smith.
Good evening and welcome to the Bedford City Council meeting. Good thing about being the last person to speak like this is that everyone has said everything, taken all the things that I wanted to say, so I'm not gonna hold you or take up your time. But I do want to say congratulations to two firemen that were just sworn in. Hopefully they have a great, prosperous, and safe career here in Bedford. A couple young guys, so I'm quite sure they will be around for a while, especially what's the guy's name? Well, the gentleman who his dad is already a fireman. I'm quite sure that he's going to be around for a while. So that's great. As has been said, we do have some of the best people working here in Bedford. Service department, fire department, safety services, whatever. We have some of the best people, so I know, once again, that those guys will get the best training they could get. As a matter of fact, we've started to do some training here in the city that most people in larger cities don't get. So that's a testament to our chief and assistant chief, that they go out and find out what's needed here in this city. And I'm quite sure that we do get calls from other cities, bigger cities, small cities out of the state, asking how do we do it or what do we do to keep our firefighters and policemen in line with all the training. With that, in the report.
Thank you. I just want to add, since we're talking about the fire department, just want to give a shout out to the guys and lady over at the fire station. This past Saturday did a breakfast for all us old retirees and some new retirees too. And I just want to give a shout out for doing that. They do it once or twice a year, and they feed us pretty good. And I don't see like Chief Duber, who's usually in the back, him and I were there, and it's really good. So thanks to them. With schools?
Yes, sir.
Did you want to say something?
Sure, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. Thank you for the opportunity to talk with you briefly. My name is Carl Schneider. I'm the Executive Director of Operations for our school system. I was able to join the district as of August 1st, so I'm still just a couple months in, but I've obviously...
That's why I didn't recognize you.
Yeah, of course. But coming to the council meetings and, learn more about our communities and then share a few updates perhaps about the district as well. As you know, there are a number of things happening with our school district at this time. We did have some noticeable gains in our most recent report card from the state of Ohio that came out just a few weeks ago. A raise in our overall designation in terms of stars to 3.5 stars. Also significant improvements in our graduation rate and gap closing, which we're really proud of. In terms of the operational aspects of the district, which I hope to oversee, we of course have the construction at the new middle school site. We have the construction at our K-2 building, and we are also gearing up for demolition of parts of our current high school. Of course, we recently left the long-standing administration building at 475 Northfield And the north house of the high school will be vacated by our staff and students over winter break. And we will move all of them to the south house of the high school. And that will allow abatement of asbestos and then demolition to start occurring about February. So things, of course, are moving really quickly. That's a pretty significant shift in terms of the staff and students going from the north house to the south house. That requires some movement of other departments, registration and IT out of the south house and into central office, which we're also coordinating, of course, at this time. So really excited about those moves, knowing what they mean for us in the next couple of years as we continue with the construction process. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being here. With that, we'll get on to new business. Need you can read the motion, please?
Yes, can we get a motion to accept the planning commission's decision approving Sunnery Solar LLC to install a roof-mounted solar photovoltaic system located at 99 Gould Avenue in the city? Can I get a motion to that effect?
By Spinks, second by Fluharty. Mike, did you want to touch on this at all?
Standard solar, roof mounted, correct.
Okay, and the,
Same with the second one.
and the second one also, yes. So this is a yes, no, yes, you agree with the planning commission, no, you don't. Call the roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
The next motion, please.
It's the exact same motion, but the location is at 716 Northfield Road. Can we get a motion to that effect?
By Longino, second by Asbury. And, same situation. Call the roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
And the next motion?
Can we get a motion to accept the planning commission decision approving Michael Meyer of J. Michael Meyer Architect and his people who retained him to construct a restaurant called Kitchen and Cocktails located at 22759 Rockside Road in Bedford, Ohio. The applicant is here if anyone should have any questions, but I believe the planning commission approved it, was it unanimous? I believe it was unanimous, yes.
And again, yes, you agree with them, no, you don't. Any questions for the gentleman from restaurant?
No, sir. Yeah, yes, we are, but we have no question.
Oh, anybody have questions for them? Okay. Call the roll. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Need a motion for such. By Fluharty, second by Spinks. Get ahead of myself. Call the roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
I think a lot of people are gonna be happy another restaurant in town.
I picked up that you guys love to eat. So, yes, yeah, Councilwoman Spinks is already committed to coming by.
Yeah. We'll check it out. And I know the Auto Mile is always looking for different places. We got restaurants, but you can only go the same one so many times, and they like a variety, so
We're open for breakfast too.
good luck to you for there, and we'll see you around there.
Thank you, thank you all.
Good luck.
Ordinance number 71-25.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 62-24, making additional appropriations for current expenditures of the city of Bedford during the year 2025 and declaring an emergency. Basically, we're amending our budget to get it more in tune to the end of the year numbers.
I have a motion for suspension by Asbury, second by Smith. Call the roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Motion for third and final. Spinks, second by Fluharty. Jennifer?
Thank you, Mayor. Just real briefly, A lot of these items are items that were just recently approved by council, such as the vehicle for the court, vehicle for police, sidewalks, and also we were receiving some new grants, especially for fire department. One that Mike mentioned earlier, and another one for a hazmat grant, $14,000 for that one, and moving some money over to the health insurance fund from the general fund.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Call the roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochee?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Ordinance number 72-25.
which is an ordinance amending chapter 1343. The next three pieces actually are all interrelated. An ordinance amending chapter 1343 entitled Stormwater Management and Site Development of our ordinances of the city of Bedford and declaring an emergency.
It's our wish to put that on a first reading. Mike, you want to give us a quick rundown on the three of them?
Sure.
We will vote on them individually, but
Correct, and they all refer to the same thing. These are current ordinances that the city has had in place for decades, to be honest with you. We have been working with Cuyahoga County Water and Soil, as well as the GPD group, to go through all of our legislation and make sure everything is up to the current standards. And when I reference those standards, that is in relation to the Ohio EPA. Part of our stormwater permit, we are required to inspect all of our outfalls and other areas of town on a regular basis. So each of these ordinances needed to be modified, again, to comply with the Ohio EPA standards, and that is necessary for any entity to hold a stormwater permit. So obviously, we currently hold a stormwater permit, and we want to update our current legislation to meet the Ohio EPA's current standards.
we have a motion on the first one. Call the roll, please. Yeah, we have a motion? We did. Can I have a motion? Asbury, second by Longino. Call the roll.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochee?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Ordinance 73-25.
There's another section that deals with the same issues. It's called amending chapter 1345 entitled Stormwater Pollution Prevention Plan and Site Development. So the first one was storm management, this is stormwater pollution, and the next one is illicit discharge. But can we get a motion for first reading on ordinance number 073-25?
Spinks, second by Fluharty. Call the roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochee?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Ordinance number 74-25.
This is amending chapter 1347 entitled Illicit Discharge and Illegal Connection Control of the codified ordinances of the city of Bedford and declaring an emergency.
A motion for first reading by Asbury, second by Smith. Same idea as the other two. Call the roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochee?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Ordinance number 75-25.
Is an ordinance authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with Atlantic Emergency Solutions for the purchase of a new Freightliner Horton ambulance for the fire department and declaring an emergency.
Have a motion for suspension by Smith, second by Asbury. Call the roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochee?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Motion for third and final by Spinks, second by Salvi. Mike?
Thank you, Mayor. As referenced earlier, this is for the purchase of a new EMS rescue squad for the fire department. It will replace a 2005 squad that's currently in use. What we're asking for this evening is for council to authorize this contract and purchase. It is a 3-year wait period for these vehicles to come in. We've seen that recently with salt trucks, recently with our ladder truck that we ordered about a year and a half ago. That was a 5-year wait period. So we're looking at this now. By the time we take delivery of this new squad, the current one that it'll be replacing will be nearly 25 years old. Currently, it has 85,000 miles on it. So our hope is that we can get this secured after this evening. The other reason we are requesting the authorization tonight is, one, this contract is through Sourcewell, so it secures the lowest cost for the city without going out to formal bids. They have a Sourcewell purchase contract. And secondly, this contract will increase, the cost will increase this coming November. So we would like to secure that now so we can get the lower cost. We do not have to pay until we take delivery, which is 3 years out. But this number will be guaranteed at that time, 3 years from now.
Yeah, who knows what they cost then?
Yeah, and the current price of that is $407,000.
Call the roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochee?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Ordinance number 76-25.
It's our last ordinance, which is an ordinance authorizing the city manager to enter into a purchase agreement with Buckeye Homes LLC for the purchase of a vacant lot that they're going to develop located at 158 Flora Drive in Bedford and declaring an emergency.
Motion for suspension by Fluharty, second by Spinks. Call the roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochee?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Motion for third and final by Asbury, second by Smith. Mike?
Take this, Mayor. This city council previously authorized the sale of this parcel to the builder who will construct a new home on the site. This ordinance is merely to clean up the language to satisfy the title company. This parcel currently, like many others in the city that is owned by the city, it gets placed in the Bedford Land Reutilization Corporation, which is an entity for the city. We put that in there for various tax purposes, insurance purposes. We've done this many times. This in specific title company, we needed to clean up this ordinance to satisfy them before they can transfer it.
Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochee?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Now we come to the hearing of citizens. If you wish to speak, please come forward, state your name, your address, and your comment.
Before we get, gentlemen, you could talk to the building commissioner to get whatever you need to get moving there. But if you want to stay, you can, whatever. But yeah, touch base with Mike Greer, the building commissioner. Hey, good luck, guys.
Hello, everybody. Terry Soderico, 96 Tudor Avenue. Mr. Malice and Sandy, I have a picture for you. When I was making fun of those people tearing down our playground, I was sad and glad at the same time. And the head of our service department, I forgot his name. Oh, what is it? He was going, I heard there was a house on this property. He goes, that can't be. And I said, yes, there was. Can you give him this picture? That is from, the lady's name was Catherine Chafee, and she donated that property to have a playground for us. From what I understand, who is my friend Wayne Chafee, that was a prefab house from Sears that was built in 1940 something.
Those are awesome.
I will share this tomorrow. I got a good joke to go with this too.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Well, he was talking to me and goes, how long have you been in this neighborhood? I said, don't ask that question. But he couldn't believe there was a house on that property.
Thank you,
Well,
Terry. I
thank you.
appreciate that.
That's funny. I want to know the joke though.
At Sears used to have those mail order houses you could.
Yes, it was. I think it was
They
from
were
Sears.
nice houses too. I was in a couple of them. They're amazing. Somebody else?
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Felicia Washington Ross, and I live on Interstate. And I am an opponent for Mr. Koji. I'm running for mayor for the city of Bedford. And if you don't want to vote for Mr. Koji, because I know he's tired of being the mayor, you can vote for me, November 4th. Thank you for listening and have a blessed day.
Anyone else?
Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Adrienne Davis, and I live at 38 Nordham, Bedford, Kentucky. And I just would like to know how can we go about getting a speed bump on Bedford, on my street, because it's used as a cut through, and a lot of traffic, a lot of speeders come through there. And also, I want to check with Mr. Malice about the house next door, and demolish.
So we're still waiting to take ownership of that. We regularly ask the county. I'll check again. I'll be honest, I have not touched base with our staff member in a few months, so I can check on that in the morning for you. As far as the speed bumps, what I would do is, or what I would recommend, I'll talk with our police department. To start, we have a portable sign, speed sign, that we move around town. We have one that's fixed on Broadway, and then we have another one that we move around. A lot of people don't know, it'll be blank. Sometimes it'll show a speed, sometimes it won't. A lot of people don't think it's working. It's working. So, when people see their speed and 10 over, they'll slow down. But when they don't see a speed sign on there, they usually don't respond. Well, that's collecting data. And we move that around regularly to get accurate data, to look at hotspots of when there is some challenges. For instance, Broadway, we identified there really wasn't a lot of speeding, except between 6:45 and 7:45, tons, right? Morning traffic, so we work to address that. But what we'll do is we'll move one of those over to your street and start gathering data for that. That's how we determined the current speed tables that are in place. I did not select where those were, nobody up here did, other than I had asked PD to identify, or try to identify one per ward. And we gathered that data from those signs to determine these are probably the streets, long streets that are used as cut-throughs. So council authorized that purchase last year. It was about $35,000. What we wanted to see how it went for a good year. Honestly, I didn't know if there was going to be complaints, if there was going to be people happy about them. Because we looked at information from other cities that did pilot programs, City of Cleveland, City of Lakewood, and did a couple different measures. They actually put some speed tables in, and then in other areas, they bumped the curbs out to make almost like you had to stop and wait for a car. I'll be honest, I'm not in favor of that. I think that's just asking for accidents. But speed tables, we don't have anything planned yet. But we're not going to rule it out. We would like to gather some more data and look at, are there some other areas that it would be warranted. Full disclosure, I've only gotten 2 complaints. I've gotten 1,000 people want one in front of their house. So they obviously are working, but I'll get the sign to start with, and then we'll also look at if there is some concerns of heavy traffic and cut through. I will notify our traffic patrol unit to watch that area and try to address. Because sometimes, it might be the same person going to work every day, or someone that lives on the street, and a simple knock on the door or one stop might solve some of it. I don't know if that's the case on your street, but we'll take a look at that.
I'm watching. It is people actually just
Okay.
like you're going down Enos or heading on that. Yeah. And it's rush hour time.
Gotcha. That's helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? none, have a motion for adjournment by Spinks, second by Fluharty. Call the roll, please.
Asbury?
Yes.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochee?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Selby?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Thanks for coming.